What's going on, everybody? Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you don't miss my videos. Subscribe. Okay, say that 3 times as fast. And, we about to talk about it. Make sure you comment down below anything that you want to say about this episode, as I love reading your comments. So today's episode is Aaron, where that came from, Aaron and Treyvon. So, and before we talk about that, so it was so cute how Nev had his daughter and his wife come on camera while they were doing like a video chat, and then his daughter, she let us all know that the mom is having another baby. Well, the two of them is having another baby. They're gonna have a boy this time, which is pretty cool. So congratulations to them. Alright, so I had to get my battery. But, so Aaron, he's keeping a secret from Treyvon that he doesn't want him to know. And I'm like, oh man, how you keeping a secret? And you also trying to find out if this person's fake. Like, if that's the case, you don't have no business being mad if he is fake, if you lying about something that's crazy. But yeah, he wants Nev and Kaime to help him out. So he lives in Dallas, but he's originally from Mississippi. This is Aaron. And he said that he started going on a dating site because with his ex, they had broken up or whatever. And he just wanted to kind of get some instant gratification, So that's why he went on this site, and that's how he met Treyvon. So Aaron ended up getting back with his ex, and it got so serious that now they're engaged. But he's still been talking to he's still been talking to Treyvon all this time. So he's pretty much lying not only to Treyvon, but he's also lying to his fiancé, because it's almost like you have a secret relationship. Even though you're not physically cheating, you're emotionally cheating, and you're leading somebody on to make them feel like you're open to moving forward with them. So regardless, at the end of the day, it's still, you're still doing what you're doing. So he said that he never actually spoke on the phone to Treyvon. So, at least, and he said he never really had the desire to. So that's like another red flag. Like, he doesn't know if he's real. Like, he never even spoke to him on the phone. And so at the end of the day, he don't even know. This could be a girl, it could be a friend, it could be anybody. But he never really had the desire, like I said, because he lives with his boyfriend. So, his fiance, excuse me. So it's like, it would be too much for him to have to deal with, let me sneak out here, try to make a phone call, let me go on my lunch break or whatever. Even though it seemed like later on, it seemed like his fiance don't even be home like that. So I felt like either way it could have worked because he had time on his hands. But I guess, sometimes it's easiest to text too. I kind of personally like texting, and I like WhatsApp because it's just, for me, it's a lot less of the awkward silence or trying to think of things to say, as well as I can multitask. I don't have to be stuck like talking to somebody, either with headsets or whatever. I don't have to be like stuck, like, because I'm a person, when I'm listening to somebody, I listen to them. Like, I'm trying not to watch TV. I try not to listen to anything else or anyone else. I don't like people talking to me while I'm talking on the phone. Like, I'm just focused on that person. Some people don't give the same respect, but that's a whole nother story. But that's how I personally am. So it can take way too much time. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, like, it's just, you're stuck to that one position or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, he never really, point of the story, he never really spoke to him on the phone. So they looked at Aaron's page, and this is Cam and Nev after they finished talking to him and was off the phone with him. And it was funny because Cammie, she was like, you know what, he just needs to be single, get himself together. She was like, I don't even care if he ends up with Treyvon at this point. He just needs to really get himself together and know what he really wants in life, because obviously you don't, because you're engaged but you're still talking to somebody else, which means that even though you're ready to make this lifelong commitment with somebody, you're not really taking it that serious, because you're also thinking about possibly leaving that person to be with somebody else who you don't even really know like that. So it's just a lot of weirdness going on there. So anyway, they look at Aaron's page and they're like, wow, like this is even worse. It seems like he's so happy. Like they saw pictures of him and his fiance and they look all booed up. You know, it's funny how, well, I wouldn't, you know, it's funny how on the internet you could be whoever that you want to be. You know what I mean? Like you can be a fake millionaire. You can be a fake traveler. You know, just hold on to pictures or whatever, and you know, dress different places, different scenes, and pretend you're in different places. You know, you can do so many different things. You could pretend you're in a happy relationship, even though you've split up, or you know, it's just like we met up to do something, and because we took a picture together, you would think that we're together because you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We could be living completely separate. We could be at odds with each other, but you wouldn't be able to tell that from a picture. All you would be able to say is, wow, you guys look so good together, or wow, couple goals, or whatever, you know, or black love. But you really don't know what's really happening. They could be the worst couple ever. They could be possibly not even a couple. You know, like I said, like pictures don't tell the full story. And that's what I think, that especially with the rise of social media and Instagram and you know, all these other things, it's like that's why so many people get depressed, because they feel like other people have such amazing lives, but in reality it's really and truly not. So anyway, they find a man that's connected to Treyvon's phone number. His name is Paris. It says that he was in a relationship with a woman, I think her name was Charlene, and she lives in Buffalo. So plot twist, he may be bisexual now. So he may have some things that he may not have told Aaron, but we shall see. So now Kaime and Nev, they're on this moral high horse where they're like, you know what, he needs to do the right thing and he needs to tell his fiance the truth. I'm like, maybe it's because they're in like committed relationships, so they're like, you know, I can't let my partner think that I feel like this is okay. I have to like force somebody to do the right thing. Like, no, you have one job. Your job is to find out if this guy is being catfish or not make him do the right thing. Like, that's not what we care if you do or not. But I mean, I guess. So yeah. But then we find out that when they tell Aaron the information, we find out that his fiance's name is Paris. So now hold up, wait a minute. Something is looking a little weird. So his stage name is what they saw him as, but his real name is Paris. So now things is kind of looking a little weird. It's like, Aaron was starting to look like he was in this hot seat. He looked like he was ready to sweat, honey. He looked like he's like, oh gosh, what did I get myself into today? I done got myself into a scandal. My whole fiance knows everything that I've been doing. Uh-oh. So Aaron said that his guy came home that night, because, you know, they was texting him and stuff. So they said his guy came home that night, but then he ended up leaving to go to his second job. It does feel a little weird because he wants to say something, but it's like, should you cause the drama right now? Should you not? You know, and Nev let him know, like, you know, we're here to help you. We would have preferred to be there with you, but because of the restrictions, we can't really do all of that. But just, you know, we're here for you regardless, you know, at any time, you know, just let us know. If you feel like you want to talk to him without the cameras, because that's your partner, then you can go ahead. Or, you know, we're here for you as well. So lo and behold, Treyvon, he ends up like the next day. I guess he was just fed up. I mean, did I say Treyvon? I meant to say Aaron. I guess he was like fed up and over it. His anxiety was killing him. So he got to the point where he was just like, he called up Treyvon, was like, you know, and he told him everything. Like, I have a fiance, but I wanted to see if it was worth being with you, if we have something that could be long lasting or not. And the guy on the phone Treyvon kept on saying, well, would you leave your fiance for me? He was like, that's pretty much what you have to do. And then I will meet up with you. Because first he was saying he's too busy. He can't. And so Nev was like, just say yes. Like, you know, either way, just say yes. And then Kaime, she's like, no, it's a test. Because they already knew, like, it's probably him. So he just was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, first he's like, I don't really like ultimatums. But he was like, yeah, I'll do it. So they get on a Zoom call. Boom, boom, boom. Lo and behold, who is it? None other than the infamous Paris, a.k.a. his fiance. Honey. Paris was like, I wanted to keep an eye on you, and I wanted to make sure I knew what you was doing. And look, you was ready to leave, to go with this guy. And I'm just like... Aaron was upset about that. He ended up taking off the ring. Then Paris took off the ring. I'm like, damn, well, y'all ready to just throw it all away. I mean, can y'all think about it? I don't like stuff like that because then it's like, are you going to do this every time we get into an argument? Are you going to do this? Like, what if we were married? Like, that's how you're just going to throw it away. I mean, I guess at that point, you're still dodging a bullet because you don't have any legal connection, legal ties. But it is also a little like, damn, like, you just gonna walk away, throw it away, and that's it. Like, that's it. And poof, be gone. You know? But then Aaron was like, you see, this is what I told y'all, that he's mad crazy and he does stuff like this. So yeah, Paris was definitely on 10. Like, he was extra. So Nev, he kind of kept it real with Paris and was like, you know, you got to take ownership of the things that you did as well. And I like the fact that he kept it real with him. But as soon as he did that, it's like Paris just broke down, was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't. And I'm like, here goes the drama queen. Like, are you kidding me right now? This is what you going to do? Like, you was all big and bad 5 minutes ago. Now, all of a sudden, somebody tells you about yourself, and now you playing that victim role. Like, I can't with people like that. Like, yo, you doing the most. So, when Paris comes back, he ends up having, like, a real heart-to-heart and kind of takes ownerships of the things that he did wrong. And he said, you know, he wasn't proud of his actions at this point, and he was a bit ashamed, and at this point he doesn't really know if they'll be able to move forward or how Aaron feels about everything, because he knows, you know, the steps that he took were pretty drastic as far as like trying to test somebody's loyalty. I mean, baby, I can't even lie, I did that before, but it was years ago. It was definitely more than 10 years ago, probably 12 years ago, I remember. Yo. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, it was crazy. I can't judge, but yeah. So finally they brought them all back together because it was kind of like, you know, had them in separate rooms or whatever, so they can kind of vent and talk without screaming at each other. So Aaron also apologizes, and once Paris had apologized, he also apologized, and Paris ends up saying that he knows that there are things that he has to work on by himself, work on things of himself by himself, you know, and there's no one that could really do that for him. He knows that he has to do that, and he, you know, they pretty much apologized, and at that point, it looks like they were definitely in a better place. And when they showed, like, the little, you know, where are they now type of thing, it shows that they're actually in a much better place now that the catfishing is over. And, you know, maybe it opened up more lines of communication, especially because now I feel like Aaron doesn't really have that extra crutch to talk to, like, oh, let me go ahead, my fiancé is not treating me the way I want to be treated, let me go talk to Treyvon, you know, even though it's the same person, just using a different character, persona, whatever. He's the person that he always wanted. So it's like, now he doesn't have that, so it's like now you're forced to talk about your issues, talk about your problems, and you know that he has that ability to be that way that you want him to be. So he is the perfect person for you at the end of the day, if you kind of really think about it, you know? So, and yeah, they have their wedding set for November. So yeah, they were on the right track, back in the love connection or whatever. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much that episode. Let me know what you thought about it down below. If you thought that Treyvon, there is no Treyvon. If you thought that Aaron's actions were, you know, a little extra, you thought he was doing the right thing. If you thought that he should have been, if you thought that he should have went forward and actually accepted the proposal or not. So let me know down below. Thanks. I'll see you in the next one.